Parents of Addicted Loved Ones' second annual Power of Hope Conference is coming up, and here to tell us about PAL and the conference is Kim Humphrey. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
So this is a very important topic for family members that are dealing with children or family members with addiction, but also those who are not, to help those. And that's why this conference is so important. But before we get to that, tell us about PAL.
Yeah, well, you know, when you have a title called Parents of Addicted Loved Ones, it kind of gives away what you're dealing with, right? And, you know, my wife and I would have bet you that would have never happened in our family, but it did. And we had two sons, and unfortunately both of them ended up going down this road, and it was extraordinary, you know, and the stigma and the, you know, being afraid to talk about it and not knowing what to do. And honestly, as it just got worse and worse, we just sort of pulled back, and we couldn't find the help we needed, and we felt like we didn't know where to go. And it was one day that my wife found this online, and it was PAL, Parents of Addicted Loved Ones. We went to the meeting, and it was the first time we didn't feel like we were alone. You know what? We were around people that understood what we were going through. And they also talked about hope, and I was like, I was in hopeless. Complete hopeless. Yeah. I was either they're going to die, they're going to be in prison, nothing good is going to happen, and yet we were surrounded by people that were encouraging us, right, and helping us and wrapping their arms around us. And so, you know what? A few years later, when I retired from law enforcement back in 2014, the individual that had started PAL said, hey, this thing has kind of grown from one little meeting around town here to a few. You know, but it's a peer program, and we need somebody to help. And I was like, well, I'm kind of retired. Yeah. And he's like, well, yeah, that makes you perfect for it. Right. And so I said, okay. And he actually turned it over to a group of parents. And in 2015, we formed it as a nonprofit. And those half a dozen meetings that we had around the valley here, today we actually have in-person meetings in 38 states around the country. We have online meetings that reach everybody in the country. We have people from 9 foreign countries coming to these meetings. And why is that important to say? Because it's indicative of the problem.
Right. And I think something that you just said there is that as a parent, you didn't think it was going to happen to you, but also as a parent, you kind of like gave hope, where this is where this conference and talking gives them hope, gives them the tools to function, one, with that child, but also, two, how to help each other.
Right, right. And as you look at it, and, you know, I reach out to families all the time, and I'm like, would you come to a meeting? Well, they're like hesitant. They're like, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I want to go to a meeting. Well, this conference is an opportunity to be around a lot of people, and the reality is there's going to be resources there. There's going to be speakers, they're nationally known speakers that are going to be able to really provide some unbelievably positive, hopeful solutions to this. And that's what we're focused on. We're not going to hear a lot at this conference about the problem. I think we all understand we have a problem. We want to talk about how do we get better. And when families are a part of the solution, statistically, research over and over shows there's a much higher likelihood their loved one is going to get the help they need if the family is responding in a healthy way.
I like that. Well, the conference is coming up, and so where can people find more information?
So if they go to our website, palgroup.org, PALGROUP.org, and immediately will pop up with a Power of Hope conference, and you can click on that, and you can get tickets to come to that. And, you know, we really want to reach out to everyone. The reality is everybody knows somebody.
Right.
And this is affecting all of us. And we're there to really provide that hope and help and healing to families. And so please, you know, let people know that you know are dealing with this. If you're dealing with it, you can also find information about PAL, but really this conference is for everybody.
Tim, thank you very much for being here, and it's such an important topic. Again, we have information on the screen, or you can head over to the CW7AZ.com, get more information.